Ladies and gentlemen, and especially the young people listening today, this message is for you. We live in a world full of noise, confusion, comparison, and pressure. Everyone is telling you what to do, how to live, and who to become. But today, I want to tell you something different. I want to remind you of your power, your purpose, and the truth that can shape your future. Young people, listen carefully. Your life is not an accident. You are not here just to pass time, to follow the crowd, or to live according to someone else's expectations. You were created with potential, with purpose, and with possibilities greater than you imagine. You may feel lost sometimes. You may feel behind. You may feel like everyone else is moving faster than you, but remember this: progress is personal and your journey is your own. Don't let anyone convince you that you're too young, too late, too weak, or too unprepared. Every successful person you admire once stood exactly where you stand, uncertain, confused, and full of questions. What mattered is not that they had all the answers, but that they refused to give up on themselves. You will face failures. You will face rejection. You will face moments where giving up seems easier. But those moments are not the end. They are the beginning of your strength. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. Every mistake you make is teaching you something that comfort never will. Surround yourself with people who push you forward, not those who pull you down. Protect your dreams from small-minded people who cannot see your vision. Believe in yourself even when no one else does, because the world always catches up to those who stay consistent. And above all, take responsibility for your life. No one is coming to save you. No one will hand you success. The future belongs to those who are willing to work for it, sacrifice for it, and fight for it. You have the energy, the time, and the power to change your life, starting today. Young people need to hear this. You are capable, you are strong, and your future is worth the effort. Don't waste your years trying to impress people who don't matter. Build yourself, improve yourself, and walk confidently in the direction of the life you deserve. Every young person needs to understand that their existence is not random, accidental, or meaningless. You were born with a purpose that no one else on this planet can fulfill exactly the way you can. Many young people underestimate themselves because society often tells them what they cannot do, what is too hard, or what is not possible. But the truth is this: your potential is far greater than the limitations people place on you. You carry within you the power to grow beyond your circumstances, no matter where you come from. You might not have the best resources, the most supportive environment, or perfect opportunities, but potential does not depend on what you have. It depends on what you choose to become. Every great journey begins with a belief that your life matters and your dreams are worth pursuing. When you understand your purpose, you stop living for temporary approval and start building a long-term vision. And when you recognize your potential, you stop doubting yourself and start pushing yourself toward the heights you deserve. Your purpose gives direction, and your potential gives strength. Both exist within you right now, waiting to be activated through focus, effort, and belief. One of the biggest challenges young people face today is the constant pressure to compare their lives with everyone around them. Social media shows success without struggle, achievements without effort, and highlights without the behind-the-scenes reality. This creates a false belief that everyone else is moving faster, achieving more, and living a better life. But the truth is simple and powerful. Every journey is unique, and your path cannot be compared to anyone else's. You are not created to follow someone else's timeline. Some people succeed early while others bloom later. Both are perfectly fine. What matters is not how quickly you reach your goals, but how consistently you move toward them. When you compare yourself to others, you lose focus on your own growth. You start doubting your pace, questioning your abilities, and forgetting how far you have already come. But when you embrace your own journey, you gain peace, clarity, and confidence. Life is not a race. It is a personal journey where everyone grows at their own speed. Just like seasons change in nature, seasons also change in your life. Sometimes you will grow fast, sometimes slow, and sometimes you will feel stuck. But even those moments are preparing you for the next level. The only person you should compete with is the version of yourself from yesterday. Remember this: the beauty of your journey lies in its uniqueness. Your challenges, your lessons, your victories, all are designed specifically for you. Stay focused on your path, trust your timing, and continue moving forward. no matter how different your story looks from someone else's. Young people often limit themselves because they believe they are either too early to begin something meaningful or too late to catch up with others. But both of these beliefs are illusions created by fear, comparison, and pressure from society. The truth is, there is no perfect age to start. The perfect time is the moment you make the decision to begin. Some of the world's most successful people started very young, while many others began their journey much later in life. What they all had in common was not age, it was courage. Courage to take the first step, courage to learn, and courage to keep going even when things felt difficult. When you think you are too young, you limit your creativity, energy, and potential. Youth is your greatest advantage. You have time, flexibility, and the ability to absorb knowledge faster than at any other stage of life. On the other hand, when you feel it too late, you trap yourself in regret and hesitation. But the moment you decide to start, you break that cycle. Life does not reward those who wait. It rewards those who act. No matter when you begin, the important thing is that you begin. Every skill you learn, every habit you build, and every small step you take moves you closer to your goals. Age is not a barrier. Mindset is. If you believe in your ability to grow, you can start at any moment and still build a powerful future. You don't need approval. You don't need perfect conditions. You only need to trust that your journey starts exactly when it is meant to start. And your efforts will shape everything that comes next. Failure is one of the most misunderstood experiences in a young person's life. Many believe that failing means they are not good enough, not smart enough, or not capable of achieving success. But in reality, failure is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that you are trying, growing, and moving forward. Every successful person you admire has a long list of failures behind their achievements. They didn't rise because they avoided failure. They rose because they learned from it. When you fail, you gain something far more valuable than immediate success. You gain wisdom. You learn what works and what doesn't, what needs improvement, and what direction you should take next. Failure gives you clarity. It teaches patience, discipline, and resilience, qualities that comfort and easy wins can never teach. The lessons you learn in moments of difficulty become the foundation for your future strength. Instead of hiding from failure, young people should embrace it as a natural and necessary part of growth. Every time you fall, you are being shaped into someone stronger, smarter, and more prepared. Failure is the training ground where champions are built. It is the classroom where your character is developed. It is the mirror that shows you who you really are and what you're capable of becoming. The important thing is not avoiding failure. It is choosing to rise every time you fall. Each attempt, even the unsuccessful ones, moves you closer to your goals. What matters most is your ability to stand back up, adjust your approach, and continue moving forward with determination. Failure does not define your destiny. Your response to failure does. The people you choose to keep in your life have the power to shape your mindset, your habits, and eventually your destiny. Young people often underestimate how deeply their environment affects their decisions, confidence, and future. But the truth is simple. Your circle can either lift you higher or pull you down. The energy you absorb from the people around you influences the way you think, the risks you take, and the dreams you believe are possible. When you are surrounded by supportive, motivated, and positive individuals, you naturally begin to think bigger and push yourself harder. These are the people who encourage your growth, challenge your excuses, and remind you of your potential even when you forget it. They don't laugh at your dreams, they help you build them. Their mindset becomes your mindset, their discipline becomes your influence, and their ambition becomes contagious. On the other hand, negative or small-minded people can silently destroy your progress. They may discourage you, mock your goals, or constantly fill your mind with doubts. Being around people who complain, criticize, or lack ambition slowly pulls you into the same behavior. Without realizing it, you begin to shrink your dreams just to fit into their comfort zone. This is why choosing the right people is not just helpful, it is necessary. Young people must learn to protect their energy. Not everyone deserves access to your time, heart, or vision. If someone makes you feel drained, discouraged, or distracted from your goals, then distance is not disrespect. It is self-protection. Seek out mentors, friends, and environments that inspire you to grow. Build a circle that pushes you forward, not one that holds you back. Ultimately, the company you keep becomes the future you live. One of the greatest tests a young person faces is learning to trust their own abilities, vision, and potential even when no one else sees it. There will be moments when people doubt you, misunderstand you, or underestimate what you're capable of. Some will judge your dreams as too big, too unrealistic, or impossible. But their disbelief does not define your limits. What truly defines you is your ability to believe in yourself when the world stays silent. Self-belief is not arrogance. It is awareness of your inner strength. It is knowing that your dreams were placed in your heart for a reason, and no one else has the right to measure their worth. When you believe in yourself, you stop asking for permission from others. You stop waiting for approval. You stop shrinking your goals to make others comfortable. You begin to walk with confidence, take bold steps, and trust the path you are carving for your future. There will be times when even the people closest to you won't understand your vision. They might think they are protecting you by telling you to be arealistic. But remember, people speak from their own experiences, not from your potential. Just because they couldn't do it doesn't mean you can't. Your dreams may be invisible to them now, but once you succeed, those same dreams will become undeniable. Believing in yourself also means believing in your ability to learn, adapt, and grow. You don't need to know everything today. You just need the courage to begin and the faith to continue. Every time you choose confidence over doubt, you strengthen your mindset. Every time you choose action over fear, you move closer to the life you want. In the end, your journey is carried on the strength of your own belief. When you trust yourself, you become unstoppable. Not because everything becomes easy, but because nothing becomes impossible. One of the most important lessons young people must learn early is that their future depends on their actions, choices, and mindset. No matter where you were born, what challenges you face, or what resources you lack, the direction of your life is shaped by you. Taking responsibility means understanding that your progress is in your hands, not in the hands of luck, excuses, or other people. Many young people fall into the trap of blaming circumstances. I don't have support, I don't have money, I don't have opportunities. While these challenges may be real, they cannot control your destiny unless you let them. Irresponsibility means refusing to let excuses limit you. It means taking ownership of your decisions, both good and bad. When you accept responsibility, you gain control. You realize that change begins when you stop waiting for someone else to fix your life and start becoming the one who takes action. Taking responsibility also means developing discipline, waking up early when you don't feel like it, studying when you're tired, practicing when others are relaxing, and staying consistent even when progress seems slow. Success doesn't come from wishing, it comes from working. You cannot expect extraordinary results from an ordinary effort. If you want to improve your life, you must be willing to put in the physical, mental, and emotional effort required. You must also take responsibility for the habits you build. Your daily routine, how you speak to yourself, how you manage your time, how you treat your body, how you respond to challenges, shapes who you become. Every small decision repeated consistently creates the life you will one day live. When you take responsibility, you begin to make decisions that your future self will thank you for. And remember this, no one is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your family, not luck. The moment you understand this is the moment you unlock true freedom. Because once you realize you are responsible for your own success, you become powerful. You become focused. You become the author of your story instead of a character waiting for someone else to write it. Young people often dream big, but many underestimate the amount of effort, sacrifice, and consistency required to turn those dreams into reality. The truth is this, your future will only be as strong as the work you are willing to put in today. Nothing meaningful in life comes easily, and nothing great is built overnight. Every achievement you see, whether it's success in business, education, sports, or personal growth, is the result of countless hours of dedication behind the scenes. Your future is not built in huge leaps. It is built in small, repeated steps. The hours you spend learning, the discipline you practice, the skills you develop, and the habits you form, they all accumulate. Even on days when you feel tired, unmotivated, or discouraged, the work you put in still counts. These small, invisible efforts are exactly what separate those who succeed from those who only dream. Working for your future also means being willing to sacrifice certain comforts. Sometimes you will have to say no to distractions, step away from negative environments, or push yourself beyond your limits. You may have to choose growth over entertainment, learning over laziness, and long-term success over short-term pleasure. These decisions may not feel easy in the moment, but your future self will thank you for every sacrifice you make today. Your future depends on your consistency more than your talent. You don't need perfection, you need persistence. Orrin, even if you move slowly, what matters is that you keep moving. One extra hour of studying, one more day of practice, one small improvement each week, these little actions compound into massive change over time. And above all, you must believe that your future is worth the effort. When you truly see the value of the life you want, your motivation becomes stronger than your excuses. You begin to work with purpose, discipline, and determination. You start shaping a future that reflects your dreams, your hard work, and your true potential. Your future is not something you wait for. It is something you build with every choice you make today. Young people, remember this. Your life is a story that is still being written. Every decision you make, every challenge you face, and every step you take is shaping your future. The world may try to limit you, distractions may try to slow you down, and doubts may try to silence your dreams, but you must rise above all of it. You have strength, you have purpose, and you have potential that is waiting to be unleashed. Believe in yourself, stay committed to your growth, and surround yourself with people who bring out the best in you. Keep learning, keep pushing, and keep moving forward no matter how tough the journey becomes. Your future is calling you. Don't walk toward it slowly. Run toward it with courage and determination. Because at the end of the day, the greatest gift you can give yourself is the life you know you deserve. And the greatest victory is becoming the person you were always meant to be.